This was fun. Might I make a suggestion? For the sequel, drop the Vikram. Just Vedha. It's cleaner. And better. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant. Like, seriously, give that dude a spin-off. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we're talking about a movie, and it's Indian action time. Yay! Today we're talking about another movie. Movie and series we do here, and that movie is Vikram Vedha. Vikram Vedha is a Hindi language or Bollywood remake of a 2017 Tamil language film, Indian film of the same name. And it is directed by the filmmaking duo known as Pushkar Gayatri, is that how you pronounce it? Who apparently also directed the original. So, who else is involved? Well, the film stars Saif Ali Khan. He plays Vikram. He is a officer working for the police in India, and it is in India that is torn by various territories of various gang members, and he is hell-bent on the hunt for the shadowy and very, very sadistic psycho gang member known as Vedha, who is played in the key performance, I think, of this movie by Harith. I am going to butcher your name, sir, and I want to give you credit, so I'm trying my best. Hrithik Roshan, I believe that's how you pronounce it, who is awesome in this. And he's desperately on the hunt, trying to understand this sort of knotted conspiracy that seems to go all the way up to the higher ranks of his department. And as he does so, he ends up in a game of cat and mouse with Vedha that will both lead the men to try to kill each other and then maybe form an unlikely friendship. Could these two mysterious people with very key names be tied to an ancient Indian folktale that opens the film about a storyteller who curses a noble warrior? Let's find out. So, Vikram Vedha is kind of let the battle begin. So Vikram Vedha is, on the scale of Indian cinema, the Triple R is the top, Brahmastra Part 1 is like right under that. The bottom is Radhe Shyam, although I enjoyed it. This is, and Sakari Pacha's down there. This would be about Anthem the Final Truth levels. It's not up there with 83, which is in that kind of top tier. So, but it's not bad. I will say this. This movie, the biggest issue with this movie is that a large chunk of it before the interval, the midway point, there's a lot of setup. It's really naughty. There's a lot of exposition, and there's not a lot of, and kind of uninteresting exposition after a while because you're trying to keep track of the plot. And the other thing is that Vikram as a character in that first one, it's mostly just him, is kind of a one-dimensional character. He's dating he's married to a lawyer, and there's a lot of domestic scenes with him that don't really seem to go, they seem to go kind of in a circle. However, roughly about 20 minutes before the interval, we're introduced to Vedha. And for the second half, it really kind of becomes his movie. And once it does, once he takes over, and it also, he not only takes this movie and runs with it, he retroactively makes the Vikram character more interesting, because the battle of wits between them and the action that follows is awesome. But I think the key to it is that the Vedha character is kind of great. Like, I love this character. I really would like to see a whole movie just about this character. He's interesting. He is like a garden variety. He's not just a garden variety psychopath, rather. He has different, things to him. But he's a wild man. He's like a Tasmanian devil on Red Bull and crack. Like, his eyes are constantly kind of bugging out. He's freaking out. He brings this insane amount of charisma, humor, and energy to this movie that when it's just Vikram is kind of just not nowhere to be found. However, once that gets going, it's a lot of fun. Now, among the other problems, I thought the ending was a little abrupt. It's trying to be kind of one of those endings that is sort of like what I call the up in the air ending, although up in the air did better, where you're kind of, or Three Billboards, where it's like, or, Hell or High Water, it's ambiguous. That's the point. It's like, it didn't quite work for me. I didn't feel like it kind of earned that. Also, I thought that some moments were kind of weird, even the ones that ended up being cool. There's a really awesome musical number that's really funny and really bizarre, but it kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, it doesn't have context like in something like Triple R, where it's like they're at the hoity-toity, thing and the dance-off happens, or like Brahmastra, where he's a DJ. There's no context. It just kind of happens. Like, there's going to be at least one musical number in all these movies, but it just, when it happens, it's kind of, and it's about basically getting, sloshed off your ass drunk, and it's sung by the Vedha character, and it's really funny, and it's a really weird and kind of surrealistically shot number, but it kind of comes out of nowhere. The other thing is, I was in the theater alone. Nobody showed up, which was too bad, because the audience is kind of part of the fun of these movies. Also, the sort of other things, there's some weird stuff. There's one element involving Veda's brother, where he's married to his childhood friend, or he's dating his childhood friend, and there's a moment where she, calls his manhood into question, and then accuses him of not remembering her birthday, and then he puts his hand, around her throat and says, I'm gonna strangle you, don't talk about me again, or I'm gonna strangle you. And then his hand is like a necklace, and she's like, oh, you remembered? I'm like, dude, he tried to strangle you! What the fuck? And it just kind of goes, oh, all is forgiven. What? So things like that were just kind of bizarre, but yeah, aside from that, and it gets a little too plot heavy. Aside from that, though, I know that's a lot of flaws. When this movie works, it works enough to walk 2 blocks for it, and that's what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give Vikram Vedha 4 out of 5 stars. This is a solid effort. It's not one of the best efforts, but it's a lot of fun when it decides to really get its motor running. Takes a bit, you got to kind of stick with it for a while, but it gets going eventually. And then it really runs. Alright. That's it. 4 out of 5 stars for Vikram Vedha. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. We have very short trailer trash for today. Devotion. Talked about it, looks good. Black Adam. Talked about it, looks good. The Legend of Mala Jat. This looks kind of interesting. It's another Indian film. It looks kind of weird and almost reminded me a little bit of Aladdin, which was kind of bizarre because the plot elements seem to be there. And then Codename Taranga. This is another Indian movie. Looks interesting. Female-led action adventure. Looks like fun. Like kind of terrorist, hunt down the terrorist movie. Looks good. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. Alright, we will be back tomorrow for Hocus Pocus 2. Monday we'll be back for Pony Even Selvin Part 1, which is another Indian film. We'll see that on Monday. And more to come, including Terrifier 2, Lyle Lyle Crocodile, Hellraiser, Amsterdam. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you, class. Mr. Live 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, if that's supposed to do, or so I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raised on Popcorn with Grant, Facebook, Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Check out my podcast, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast, and Spotify and Anchor. Want to know what I'm watching on TV as of late? Find me on Serialized. I am all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Leave a comment, even if it's just, hey Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. Some of you already have it. Even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. I want to know down below, what did you think of Vikram Vedha? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we're all raised on popcorn. Make my mouth extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care. See you around.